Hi there guys, it's Vibrant again bringing you part 5 of the editing the picture in the final part, and I have another special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yep, I am Mako, and I am the author of Stuff of Legend, affiliate of Just Gotta, and I'm also known as Blue Yuncia, or just by my real name, Charlotte. Anything's fine.
So yeah, this is the final part of the video. So I just finish up the shading here and add some final touches, and then add the text and the title of the chapter, and then that's about it. I'm just kind of repeating things I did in other videos, just using the marker to shade, and I also went and added a little shine and light to everyone, and yeah, it's just more of the same.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah, there's not much to say about it at this point.
Excuse me?
There's not much to say about it at this point again, because it's repeating stuff I've done in other videos.
Hmm. So the program you used, that was Manga Studio?
Right.
And you're really coloring it in one line at a time, huh?
The shading, yeah.
This is the process which ended up hurting your shoulders?
Yeah, my right shoulder, just like where it connects with my neck, has just been hurting me really bad because I was just sitting at the computer for, I think this video took roughly about 4 hours to do the whole thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, so my shoulder's out, and I've realized now that, like in a previous video where I was shading on Hillary, I had shaded too dark, and so I lightened it up, and now what I've realized what I could have done is on the layer been able to use, I could have just put in the lines where I wanted them for the shading, and then just used my fill bucket and then lightened it. Because in Manga Studio you can't use the fill bucket on light grays like what I'm using, but on darker grays you can. So I could have just done that, and it would have taken not even half the time it did. But yeah, live and learn.
Does Manga Studio, just for the record, for those who don't know, I'm mostly using Photoshop myself, so I'm curious about how Manga Studio works. Does Manga Studio work with a linear dodge and linear burn system, or do you pick a darker color you like and then go from there?
Well, every layer can have up to 2 colors on it, and it gives you percentages of how dark you want the color to be when you use it. So, I'm not sure if that's answering your question, but like on grays, 100% on a gray would be black, and then there's just lighter shades that you can select when you use it. I'm not sure. So I could have used, like I said, a darker gray and then just lightened the layer and changed its transparency and made it lighter instead of having to use a light gray. But, yeah.
And then you repeat the process for highlights.
Yeah, and I just, instead of using black as my main color, I used white and just used a light white color. Which probably should have been yellow because the glow in the picture is yellow, but meh.
Does Manga Studio allow you to shade in color, or do you have to use black and white?
I could use any color I wanted. I just used black and white because I thought it'd be easier.
I used to shade a lot with black and white myself, so I can understand that, yeah. Nowadays I try to shade more in color.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to find a suitable color to set the mood, so
yeah.
I can understand why you'd want to stick with black and white. Yeah, I'm looking at the wings of, I don't think the Zubat has a name, right?
Yeah, it's just Zubat.
Okay, done.
I actually didn't draw in that lower part of the wing. And Zubat should probably have a little bit more body behind bolts there, but for some reason cut it off.
Well, you've got a crowded picture. It's easy to lose track.
Yeah. Same with Spyro. He just kind of disappears.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did you do the yellow glow around Hillary?
It was in a previous video. I used a paintbrush tool, and then just on a special layer, and I turned it yellow. It gives me a special tone effect, and then that's actually the video I did with Lucky Sevens from National Dex, and he says that Photoshop has like I think he called it a filter that you can just add a glow around something. So is that true? Have you used something like that in Photoshop? I don't know anything about Photoshop.
Well, Photoshop has lots of different layer settings, and some of them are called, they are basically lighting settings. Sorry. So there is soft light and hard light and pen light and also all different sorts of lighting settings. And you can mess around with those. Not all of them look good all of the time, so you really have to use your own judgment, and it will vary the picture, which setting you should use. And it's the same for shading. There's linear burn and linear color burn and multiply, and well, those are the ones I use most often. If I really want to use something different, then I don't even use the different settings at all. I just pick a different color, a darker color, be it some purplish or actually a darker version of the base color, and then I go from there. So that's a more painterly approach, and I'm still experimenting with that. I haven't actually mastered that. So I'm looking at the chin of Spyro now, and I'm hoping we're synchronized. So from what I can see here, you're actually using a hard pen to color in an area, and then you use a softer eraser to make softer edges or something?
Yeah, it's just kind of more me, with Spyro especially, I didn't know how I wanted it, and so I go around the general area, what I think I wanted with the marker, and then I fill it in with the same marker, and then if I just want to get rid of something, I just erase it. I don't think I shaded Spyro right at all. I'm still really new at this shading, so I'm just trying to figure out how I want to process it for the time being, and then maybe I'll focus more on shading correctly.
Yeah, well, light sources and all that is always difficult to sort it out. I still haven't quite gotten to grips with it myself.
Yeah. Just a lot of, I'm trying to learn.
Yeah. It's only recently that I've stopped using linear dodge and burn for everything I do, because people were starting to criticize me for it. And I was actually making it look like plastic. And I kind of agree with them now. It did make everything look a little plasticky, which is great if you're drawing plastic bottles, but not if you're going for human skin, and you end up with characters that look like Barbie dolls.
Yeah.
So now I'm just experimenting because I don't know what's right. And I guess that's the same for you.
Yeah. Just, that's kind of something that keeps coming up in all the videos, and how we're all experimenting and trying to learn how we want to do it, and I guess that's just kind of what this video is just all around just me experimenting. So, yeah. We're getting close. I think after this I just add the text.
Yeah, looks like it. I think we all have about 30 seconds left. Minutes.
So I guess we can start wrapping it up. Any final words you have?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, well, thanks for joining me. Thanks again to all my guests. Hope you liked the video and the picture, and I'll see you again later. This has been Vibrant, and bye.